It's a dreary November evening here in Guelph, Ontario, and after a lot of shit talking and false starts, I'm finally able to welcome you to Pep Talk, which is the Gregory Pepper podcast, and I'm going to be playing a bunch of songs that I wrote and recorded or appeared on, but maybe you haven't heard before. Epic jock jam right there was my submission to this contest that CBC had back in 2010, where they asked Canadians to submit their own Hockey Night in Canada anthem that I guess ended up being used and broadcast as part of that sports thing. But I didn't win, but Jim Guthrie submitted a song and he didn't win either, so I'm not even going to hate. Here's a couple songs that are as of yet unreleased. This first tune is called Wanderin' By.
Grade school playground, look at you now. You can't be that fun when you're so close to the ground. A bell is gonna ring, so I'm not hanging around, just wandering by. High school sweetheart, look at you now. The hair you dyed black has all grown out brown. You probably still think that I'm a jerk anyhow. Not saying wandering by. Blank face zombie there in the mirror, parading around behind that rotting veneer. You can't call it life when all you do is drink beer and get high. I'm not living high. A severed head, you put me on ice and they stitched me back together, and now I'm breathing the air. I'm just a worthless stone, sunk to the bottom. You dragged the ocean floor, and now I'm breathing the air. River to the bank, she called and caused an avalanche. Sister, slump your shoulders, carry on. I'll be a piece of string. You can tie me around your finger so you'll never forget to breathe in the air and breathe it out again. Breathe in the air and breathe it out again. Breathe in the air and breathe it out again. Breathe in the air and breathe it out again. Breathe in the air and breathe it out again. Breathe in the air and breathe it out again. Breathe in the air and breathe it out again. Breathe in the air.
So that was called Breathe In. Those last two songs were on the cutting block for the forthcoming Gregory Pepper and His Problems album, which probably won't see the light of day until the end of 2012, before which I hope to release this other project I'm working on with the producer Mad Adam, who's also my drummer. It's called Big Huge Truck, and this song is called Sisyphean Rock.
Problems to my left, problems on my right. Problems in the day, and problems in the night. Got problems with my foot, and problems with my hand. Problems when I sit, and problems when I stand. I got problems with the car when I'm trying to climb a hill. Problems with my nerves when I'm trying to keep it still. I got problems with the words, and problems with the tune. Big problems with the sun, and bigger problems with the moon. Problems with what you make, problems for heaven's sake. Problems with boys and problems with girls, with hair that is straight and some which is curled. PORBLEMs. Everyone you know is having them. They keep it to themselves or they say it aloud. These are some problems we're talking about.
How many of you motherfuckers hate your job? You sweat all day, but that shit don't stop. By a show of hands, how many of y'all hate your lives? Do you stare at the blade but are afraid of the knife?
Just look over your shoulder. I'm there lifting boulders. I wish I rock up a hill now. The shit rolls back down. I put my money in the bank, bruh. I put the bank burnt down. So now
I only wanna get down with the lady who's down with me right now. I only wanna drink Becks from the can and watch TV right now. I just wanna pick dandelions and stroke the kitty on its head right now. I wanna dock my little dinghy in the harbor and live like I'm dead right now. I only wanna build a shack from some wood that I found. Yeah, now I just wanna have a party when there's no one around. Right now I wanna play the drums to my heart's desire. Right now I'm just gonna lie down in the funeral pyre. 'Cause you know, here we are.
In the metal days, heavy metal days are here.
I ain't gonna say what I honestly think. You probably wouldn't care either way. Somewhere there is a can that I know I may drink, and I believe that everybody dies alone.
Just leaving it off on a real happy note there. That was Big Huge Truck. Coming soon. God willing, coming soon. This next tune is a diss track I wrote a little while back, kind of between records. Still working out the kinks, but I'm pretty stoked on it. This one's called Those Shoes You Wear. It's a diss track.
I don't know how you can stand those shoes you wear. They're always falling off of your feet, and that would drive me nuts thinking about the shoes you've worn. They're not quite fitting onto your feet, and that would drive me to distraction, and that's gotta do some kind of damage to that part of you no one cares to tread. So won't you book us a show, man? You know that I would die to get down. You see, I ain't rocked a spot since I'm accidents flopped, and I'd like to see if I can remember how it is that guy could cool quit like he was hot shit when the beat stung and the dog bit. It was a curse called Montreal.
Peppered up with pride before the fall, but really that's not it at all. And the shoes you wear are false. But I must have made a left somewhere. Now I am going real fast, headed straight for hopeless bleak despair. And it's so boring, don't you think, when you are trying not to drink? The days will pass slow as molasses clogging up your sink. Office, tell him sorry, but we just kidnapped your son and had to eat his carcass. Oh, did I forget to mention that we're a bunch of cannibals that live below the city in the sewers? It's not as bad as it sounds. There's lots of short story material. I don't know how you can stand those shoes you wear. They're always falling off of your feet, and that would drive me nuts thinking about the shoes you flaunt. They're not quite fitting onto your feet, and that's the problem with those shoes you wear. They'll never fit, so cram your foot inside. Looks uncomfortable. You said you paid him back the money that you owed today, but there you are with brand new kicks and no cash. So just go to wherever you're going and never come back.
Oh, some killer drumming on that track, courtesy of yours truly. That was called Those Shoes You Wear, as of yet unreleased. Now, I'm going to talk about Factor, who's a producer from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada. We worked together on a record by AWOL1 from LA. This was before we did our Common Grackle album together. And he's a crate digger, you know? He gets his samples, and he was lucky enough to find this record by the Karpinkus brothers, who are a modern day folk duo, sort of in the Simon and Garfunkel vein of things. And we got them to sign off on the sample from one of their songs that we used for a track called Back Then. And it was cool because it was license free, sample free. They gave us their consent, and Factor sampled it. And I guess they were kind of bummed out with the final product because it didn't appeal to their Christian morals and values. So here's a little taste of their original version, and then followed by the version from Owl Hours. So you be the judge. Is it wrong to love in haste and then to lose and to yearn to love again?
I can't even remember why I hurt you way back then. You went and fell apart like it was some kind of revenge. I'm tired of wondering if you're alright. I'm done serving my sentence. Let's roll down the windows and take off like we've got wings, then fly away like we used to on the playground swings. sorry I walked away when you were reaching out for me. I'm gonna make you smile just like the way you used to be. Those little moments that stand out like a canary in a tree. Let's roll down the windows and take off like we've got wings. Then fly away like we used to on the playground swings.
I can't even remember why I hurt you way back then. I can't even remember why I hurt you way back then. I can't even remember why I hurt you way back then. I can't even remember why I hurt you way back then.
Way back then, I was a vandal in a hoodie, I still am. And she jocked my graffiti styles. We exchanged saliva, each other like champions. I was Wally Mathers and she was Gidget Cleaver. We held skins and watched movies on government cover-ups. Ate exotic foods till we both felt like throwing up. Meet me by my locker at lunch after detention. We could sacrifice animals like we used to back then.
I can't even remember why I hurt you way back then. I can't even remember why I hurt you way back then.
Way back then, I was in a foppish fedora. We held hands. I carried your school books for you. I couldn't understand why you were cutting your thigh. You wanted only me. I wanted to drink with the guys in your parents' home. I was Eddie Haskell all alone in your parents' home. Bastard, I heard you crying while I hid it from behind. And I kept on coming till I ruined your life, but now
I can't even remember why I hurt you way back then. I can't even remember why I hurt you way back then. I can't even remember why I hurt you way back then. I can't even remember why I hurt you way back then.
Way back then, when my dreams were still vivid and innocent, and my cock could still get hard at the sight of a blowpop touching your lips. I never thought that a beard could actually grow to cover my body hole, but I finally know what it's like to be old. Now that you're gone, with a pulse so slow that it competes with heartbeats of the comatose, I'm sleeping alone in a twin-sized mattress, clutching onto your ghost, while wondering about what it could have been without all the mistakes that I've made. I haven't changed too much these days since way back then.
I can't even remember why I hurt you way back then.
Way back then.
I can't even remember why I hurt you way back then.
Way back then.
I can't even remember why I hurt you way back then. I can't even remember why I
Well, if it's any consolation to you there, Kerpinkas brothers, the young dame, the high school sweetheart for whom I wrote that verse, has since removed me as a Facebook friend because the shit I spit was just too real. So we all lost. We all lost in that one. But I still like that song. That's from AWOL One's Owl Hours. That tune's called Back Then. And while we're talking about Factor, he's got a brand new record out called Factor and the Chandeliers. That's available on Fake 4 Inc. I did some stuff for that album. The first tune is called Prelude in D minor, which was a song that I did the vocal arrangement and performed. Tried to get my classical vibe on. He ended up tricking it out and adding some drums and filters and stuff like that. But here is the naked original a cappella version. So enough about Factor. He's doing fine. Let's get back to Gregory Pepper. I did a record called With Trumpets Flaring that came out in 2009, also on Fake 4. We had a bunch of tunes to choose from, and a few of them got cut. They didn't quite fit in. But I wouldn't be able to sleep at night knowing that the world never had a chance to hear them. So here's a few of those songs. This first one is called Hanky Panky. The second is called Way with 7 A's.
She fingered through the ash. I waxed its bear's mustache, but no one heard the song. It was mad and it was crude. It drank the beer and ate the food, but no one sang along because nobody's heard that song. And it ran, my baby does the hanky
Wait, that was way with 6 or 7 A's. Because I mean it like way. Let's get into some goofy shit now. This is a tune I wrote for my beloved dog, Tito. It's called Tito's Theme. Many people, 2 or 3, were very disappointed that this was left off of Trumpets Flaring.
I've got a dog who's white and black. It's got a vertical stripe going down his back. I've got a dog who's short but long. And his aunt is probably his mom. But that's okay, 'cause what's it gonna do now? Tito, Tito, 1, 2, 3. I love you and you love me. We're gonna stick together through whatever's gonna come our way, yeah. Tito, Tito, 1, 2, 3. I love you and you love me. We're gonna stick together through whatever's gonna come our way, yeah. We're gonna stick together through whatever's gonna come our way.
Alright, cool. Now let's sing it like the kids in France would.
Théo, Théo, 1, 2, 3. Je t'aime toi et tu m'aimes moi. Vont ensemble, on doit se fier dans notre direction.
Pretty good, it's pretty good. Let's try in Slovenian now.
T-O-N-S-C-T. Yes, c'est radini, c'est radini. Et bon mot plus, einen Sieg am Unterschieden There's brothers 3 who work with me, getting down. It's plain to see that they don't like coworkers despise me. There's lots of lifting on the job. Those guys are strong, and I am not, and they don't like me. Fireworkers despise me. First day I ate inside, they chilled out on their trucks. Next day I went outside, they hung inside the shop. I'm not sure what I did or what it is that they want, but clearly I ain't with it. Guess I'll have to stick to reading by myself. Cause they don't like me, my coworkers despise me, can't identify with me. So I'm looking for a new job.
That was called the Stair and Railing Polka, coming off the Polka Kick of 2008. I never could really get that song to work properly. I tried a few different arrangements, one of which was this power pop arrangement that you're about to hear.
There's brothers 3 who work with me, they're getting down. It's plain to see that they don't like me. My coworkers despise me. There's lots of lifting on the job. Those guys are strong, and I am not, and they don't like me. My coworkers despise me. First day I ate inside, they chilled out on their trucks. Next day I went outside, they hung inside the shop. I'm not sure what I did or what it is they want, but clearly I ain't with it, cause I'll have to stick to reading by myself. Cause they don't like me, my coworkers despise me, can't identify with me. Looking for a new job.
Well, I think that's just about it, kids. Thank you so much for tuning in to Pep Talk. This has been our pilot episode. My name is Gregory Pepper. We're going to try to get some more episodes up for you soon. That probably means about 3 years from now. So thank you for waiting and listening. Before I go, I wanted to share with you a little candid conversation I taped with Rocker John earlier this year. For those of you who don't know, John Valentino is the sound and lighting expert for Fake 4. He's on most of the tours that we do. I've had the pleasure of working with him a couple times. Before my first tour earlier this year, I got him on the horn. I talked to him, and this is the interview that transpired. So enjoy, and we'll see you next time. I'm so glad to welcome rocker John Valentino, who is a sound, lighting, and makeup expert. Welcome to Pep Talk, Rocker John.
Yeah, thank you for the warm welcome.
For those of you who aren't familiar with you, how did you get involved with in the music industry?
Oh, I was interning at Abbey Road back when George Martin actually picked me up as an intern, and I was recording single hi-hats for Ringo Starr back in the day. And if you listen very carefully to the Revolver album, I recorded a single hi-hat on the song "I'm Only Sleeping."
Wow.
And you could probably notice how crystal clear the hi-hat is in that song.
No, it's great. And you do a lot of live sound, I understand. We're going to be working together. What in your opinion makes for a good live gig? A good live sound?
Good live sound, mainly, most of the time, I'm more focused on lighting. The sound is whatever. I'd rather play like a cassette tape while the band plays live, honestly, because I can mix a cassette tape live. But I'm more focused on a great hairdo and good lighting. But if I am doing live sound, I'd turn up the mids a little bit. Maybe I'll press the reverb a little bit. Maybe I'll gate the snare, the kick drum or something. You know, like a big sound. Remember Def Leppard?
Who's that again?
Oh, Def Leppard. There was a one-armed drummer in the band, and I gave him the sound that he needed to sound like he had a full body.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, with your years of experience in the industry, and obviously have them, where do you weigh in on the topic of file sharing over the internet and what,
But there's nothing really fun about the internet. You can't like snort a line off of the internet. You can't, get a blowjob from the internet. They're taking money out of my pocket. I get 0.02% of all recordings done by Richie Sambora from 1985 on.
Who's that now?
Richie Sambora, Bon Jovi's guitarist.
Oh, yeah.
The Horse, they call him. And you can probably decide for yourself why they call him the Horse. You figure that out, Greg? Can you figure it out? He's got a huge, massive cock. I told you. You heard it here first. Rocker John.
Now, John, you and we met in Saskatoon the first time. You remember that?
I vaguely remember, yes.
It was maybe 4 or 5 months ago. It was 2010, and I gave you a copy of my record. It was called "With Trumpets Flaring" by Gregory Pepper and His Problems.
I get a lot of those records. That's good.
Did you get a chance to listen to it? What did you think of it?
I really like the cover. It's a nice looking cover. Never really listened to it, but it looked awesome. Yeah, I remember that show. A couple of bitches were driving me over to a spot called Amigos. They had a couple 8-balls. We were just partying, and they said there was a rap show. And I'm kind of a fanatic of hip hop, believe it or not. I don't know if you know about that, but I've worked.
No, I didn't know.
Oh yeah, I worked with all types of artists. One of the more popular songs you may know of is the Whisper song by the Yin Yang Twins. Great kids.
Really?
Great kids.
Wow.
Really. They're really nice kids, maybe a little slow and extremely quiet. So I can't really say much about them, but they're good kids. And same with you, Greg. You're a good kid. I saw you perform out of the corner of my eye. I saw you, my good eye. I saw you perform. And I noticed there was a few kids up there. It must have been 5 or 6 people up there watching you. It was good.
Yeah, we had a good show that night.
You're getting somewhere, Greg. You're getting somewhere.
Rocker John, on behalf of Pep Talk and everyone here in Guelph, we thank you for joining us. And,
thank you, Greg. Good luck with your career. I hope you sell 5 CDs next year. You should triple what you did last year. I don't even know if that's possible.
Good night, sir.
Good night.